Hi everyone, and welcome to our lesson 4-2. We're talking about human resources in this particular video. And remember, the key thing to remember about this is that business is about people. It is all about people. All right, let's get into it. So Jim Collins, who is the author of Good to Great, he said, "First who, then what?" And Mr. Collins talks about how great companies understand the value of people and that all great ventures begin with great people. And again, I'll say it again, business is about people. So what does he mean when he says first who, then what? Well, let's discuss it. All right. So what does business is about people mean? So in Good to Great, Mr. Collins says that he's got to get the right people on the bus. And you got to make sure that they are in the right seats, meaning that you got to put people in roles that align with their interests, their skills, their experience, and where they are going to be the most productive and the most fulfilled. With all the uncertainty and the constant change in the world, the best strategy is to have the right people on the bus ready to adapt and solve problems that they are faced with. Getting the right people in the right place. Okay, that's a big thing. And Mr. Collins suggests that you do all of this, okay, before you even figure out where to drive the bus. So again, first who, then what. So let's talk about what human resources is. All right, let's talk. So quick definition, human resources, or HR, okay, refers to the people who work in an organization and the group that staffs the organization, maintains personnel records, and they administer various benefits like medical insurance and so forth. So let's talk about the responsibilities of HR, of human resources. So first is recruiting. This is the active searching for the appropriate candidates to fill open positions within the organization, within the company. Staffing, okay, this is part of the recruiting, but they're also interviewing, hiring, and orienting the appropriate people to fill the organizational roles. We'll talk about orientation in a minute. HR also handles legal roles. They ensure that the organization follows employment laws, such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Act, as well as dealing with discrimination cases. They talk about the HR is the one who comes up with the job descriptions, which is the explanations and the expectations of the duties and responsibilities of a particular job, a particular position. They handle the orientation and the onboarding. So orientation is the process where new hires are introduced to the company, their fellow employees, and their work environment. Onboarding is the strategic plan and process for new employees to learn the company's culture, their mission, their vision, their systems, their processes, goals, expectations, and help them become contributing members of the team. HR also handles training and professional development. Of course, training is a process of teaching the necessary skills and the knowledge needed to be successful in a certain job. And professional development, or also known as PD, is the ongoing training and education that an individual takes to enhance or improve their skills or traits necessary to excel in their career or their profession. HR also handles performance management. This is the manner in which the organization conducts reviews and evaluations, providing employees with feedback on their performance. HR deals with compensation. They conduct periodic research to ensure that the organization is paying the going market rate for each type and level of the job. HR also handles employee terminations. They get involved when those terminations come up, which again requires proper legal knowledge and care as the employees have many rights and protections. Often they handle exit interviews. This is a conversation that a company has with the employee who's leaving to find out the reasons for the decision. Why are they leaving? What's going on? And they can use that information for future improvement. And excuse me. And HR handles employee benefits. They administer things such as medical, retirement, other benefits and services that may be provided by the organization. Every employee affects the culture of a company. So HR ensures that the company walks the talk of the company values in order to maintain good employee morale and relations. So, quick review. Company culture is the shared beliefs, values, goals, attitudes, and behaviors of a company's employees. Company culture combines how the employee feels about their work and how it motivates them to serve the company's mission. And company values, these are what a company believes. It's their business practices around how teammates treat each other and how the company treats its customers as well. Managers need to know what they are looking for when they hire. It is really expensive to recruit, interview, do background checks, hire, orient, train new employees, only for it not to work out a few months later for any reason. So to avoid spending all that money, it's a good practice to be methodical, very detailed about hiring new employees. You want to be clear about the job description and the expectations. You want to know exactly the type of person you are looking for, including their education requirements, experience, skills, all of those things. It's also a good idea to include more than one interviewer in the process so that you can share notes when you are evaluating the candidate. Various personalities in surveys and aptitude tests are also helpful and are often used in this day and age. We'll talk about a little bit more about human resources. Sometimes a new employee may vote themselves off the island. Think about Survivor. If or when you make a bad hire, those employees will often vote themselves off, meaning that they know that it's not a good fit, and they quit. HR provides ongoing training to the employees who aren't quite getting it. But for some employees, it takes a little longer for them to actually get it. And you know what? That's okay. As long as they're working toward it, they're willing to try, HR is going to continue providing that ongoing training. It is usually less expensive to train and to retrain compared to going through that entire hiring process all over again. So it's important that HR ensure that all the training has been thoroughly given and understood, and that proper performance appraisals have occurred. HR is an HR job. It is very complex because it deals with humans, and humans are very complex creatures. HR is a hard job because it deals with people in all stages of their career, but it is a very important business function. Remember, again, that business is about people. Okay? People. When HR gets it right, it can make all the difference. HR works with the other 5 business functions: strategy, operations, information management, marketing, finance, and accounting. They work with all of those to strategize and to plan for the staffing needs. They cultivate, and they keep key people. Resources is the primary determinant of whether business succeeds or fails. When companies get it right, it is usually the leading indicator of future success. So again, I want to point out that HR is a very important part of the business. It is a key business function that works with all of these other ones so that you can get the right people in the right seats so your company can succeed. And that is our lesson 4-2 on human resources.